So today we're going to talk about alignment. Alignment in our body, in our yoga practice, and also just alignment in our soul. So let's start in simple seated and find that alignment here in this posture. So sitting with your legs crossed at your ankles or shins, maybe just kind of wiggling side to side to feel both sit bones rooted down. And then from here, let's think about the crown of our head drawing up towards the ceiling. Your shoulders are stacked over your hips so you're not hunching forward or leaning back. And then draw those shoulders down away from the ears so you feel the collarbone broaden. Draw the navel into your spine, knitting your ribs together like you're sewing a corset. And allowing the knees just to feel the pull of gravity down towards the ground. So ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. We just stay in this straight line here with that crown of the head reaching up while the shoulders draw down. Just be in the simplicity of this posture, breathing. And so alignment in body is just that straight line. And so in our yoga postures, we're always seeking to have shoulders over hips, crown of the head reaching, just exactly how you are here. We want that long spine. Start to soften the muscles in your face. And if you haven't already, just start to go deeper with your breath. Finding that slow, steady rhythm. In and out. And so alignment in our life is our thoughts, our choices, and our directions, honoring our core values. And so when we're living aligned, all those things are moving towards what we deeply hold true in our life. And so maybe you feel really aligned in some areas, and maybe other areas you haven't been making decisions based on your core values. And so maybe just thinking about your career, your relationships, the places you're giving your time to. The way you're thinking about certain situations. Does anything feel out of alignment to your core belief? As you sit with that and you continue to breathe, let's just make a few neck rolls slowly side to side. Stretching things out, just noticing how the body feels. Finding neutral when you're ready. Let's take that right leg out to the right a little bit. Left sole of your foot comes to your right inner thigh. Just slide that right hand down the right leg. Left arm reaches up and over, opening up the left side body, keeping the left hip pinned down. Avoiding rounding the shoulders down towards the ground, stacking the shoulders, opening the heart up towards the ceiling. The gaze can be down if your neck feels tension, or if you want to gaze up towards under that left bicep. And then come back neutral, switching the legs. Slide that left hand down the left ankle, right arm reaches up and then over, pinning the right hip down to really find that extension, that long line of energy from the right hip all the way out the right fingertips. Deep breaths into your right side body. Relaxing the jaw. Coming back up. Bending the knees, bring the soles hip distance apart. Let's take that right ankle, just drape it over the left knee. And maybe you walk the hands a little closer. Or if you need more space, you can keep the hands as they are. And feel free to just be here and breathe, or maybe you want to just gently rock the hips slowly side to side like you're rocking a baby to move out any tension in the hips for 2 more breaths. Switching sides when you're ready. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. And then as you're taking your next inhale, just transition to table. Flowing through your cat-cow, inhaling, lift the gaze, drop the belly. Heart draws between the shoulders. As you exhale, start with the tailbone drawing down towards the heels and then slowly roll that spine up towards the ceiling till your gaze goes down towards your belly button. Just moving with your breath. And then let's start getting into it. Find neutral table. Straighten the right leg out. Then the left. Find high plank hold. Breathing here. Next, exhale, take it to down dog. Shorten your stance in your down dog, maybe walking your hands back slightly, and then reach the right ankle to the the right hand to the left ankle. Find that down dog twist. Crown of the head dropping down as you work that right shoulder towards the midline. Switching sides. Again, just gently nodding the head, letting that be heavy as you find your down dog twist. Untwist, walk yourself back out to plank, and either on your toes or on your knees, we're going to just do 3 chaturanga push-ups. So lowering halfway down, keeping the elbows hugging the sides. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press. Exhale, lower. Inhale, high plank. Press back, down dog. From your down dog, right leg lifts high. Bend the knee, open the hip. 2 breaths here, maybe moving the hip in a circle or just holding. Next breath, straighten the leg, square the hips off. Shift forward, right knee comes into your nose. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift high, 1 more. Exhale, knee to nose, step the foot forward, keep the fingertips down on the ground in that runner's lunge, so dropping the hips, drawing the heart between the shoulders, gazing up. Next, exhale, step the right foot back, high plank to down dog. Switching sides, left leg lifts. Bend the knee, open the hips so the shoulders stay squared down towards the ground as the hips open. So keep equal weight in both palms. Next breath, straighten the left leg, square the hips 3 times. Left knee comes towards the nose. Really draw the navel in and up as you crunch the knee to nose. Inhaling, lift high. Exhale, knee to nose. On that third one, step the left foot forward. Stay on the fingertips, find that runner's lunge. Deep breath in. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, down dog. From your down dog, shift forward, high plank, this time lower all the way down to your belly. Let's strengthen the back. Do a little heart opener, so pressing the tops of the feet down to the mat. Interlace the hands at your low back, foreheads down to the ground. Start to draw the knuckles back towards the heels as you lift the gaze, lift the chest. Maybe even lift the legs. Keep the thighs hugging center. Everything coming into that alignment, that straight line. Next, exhale, lower down, take a cheek to the mat, release the hands. Just kind of settle after that deep back bend. Feel how the body is just absorbing that. And then as you're ready, interlace the hands again, forehead to the mat. On your inhale, everything lifts. Keep the core engaged, so navel to spine to protect your low back as you lift. You're just gazing down the bridge of the nose towards the front of your mat. Stay with your breath. As you exhale, lower back down, opposite cheek to the mat. Again, absorbing that pose, feeling its effects in your body. And then we'll do one more. You can either take that same variation, or if you want to bend the knees, reach for the inside edges of your feet, pressing the feet into the hands, shins back, lifting up if you're taking that, or same thing as before. 2 more big breaths. Keep drawing the navel into your spine, core stays engaged here. Next breath, lower down. Just take 2 breaths of rest. And then start to bring the hands just underneath the elbows. Curl the toes under. Maybe lift the knees, really engage the leg muscles. Can you press yourself up, high plank to down dog? Right leg lifts. Shift forward, right knee to nose. Step the foot between the hands. Stay on the ball of the back foot. Get rooted in the feet, so maybe you have to widen your stance, and then reach the arms back, thumbs point down, belly hovering over thigh. So keep the core engaged. Find that long line of energy out from the crown of your head out to the tailbone. Reach the arms forward, keeping the upper body as it is, just shifting the arms to reach out. Thumbs are pointing up now. Palms face one another. Next, inhale, rise up, high lunge. Maybe palms come together at the top. Maybe the gaze goes up. Relax the shoulders down away from the ears. And the next exhale, hands come down, move through a vinyasa. Or if you're not looking for those today, you can skip, go right to your down dog. Once you're in your dog, left leg lifts. Shift forward, or lift the left leg. Shift forward, knee to nose. Step the foot between the hands. Get rooted here. Find your alignment. Hips squared center. Reach the arms back. Feel that shoulders draw back away from the ears, opening and stretching the shoulders as you hover the belly. Making your back as flat as a table, just on that diagonal line slightly. And then reach the arms forward. Keep scissoring the inner thighs towards one another. Next, inhale, rising up, high lunge. Maybe palms come together to touch. Maybe gaze goes up. Shoulders soften down. Next, exhale, move through your vinyasa. From your down dog, deep bend in the knees. Look towards the hands at the bottom of your exhale. Step or float to the top of your mat. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it out. Just sway, take a few breaths here. On your next inhale, rise up, chair pose. Maybe the big toes come together, heels slightly apart. Inner thighs kiss. Tailbone, we want to avoid that duck butt, so it's gentle tuck down of the tailbone. Palms spread wide. Gazing up. And then from here, let's take that interlace again. So interlace the hands behind you, opening the shoulders, heart open in this chair pose. And then maybe you can root into that right foot. And just with your arms as they are, can you start to gently pick the left heel up towards the glutes, finding that flamingo. No judgment if you wobble or have to come back into it. And then can you start to, again, with the hands interlaced, knuckles drawing back, can you start to balance into warrior 3? So start to straighten the left leg back, flexing that foot. You don't have to lift the leg high. Just lift from the left inner thigh as high as you can. Finding that slight up dog in your upper body. And then as you exhale, drop the left foot back, high lunge, arms sweep up. Full breath in. Exhale, hands come down. Move through your vinyasa. From your down dog, deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Deep bend in the knees, look towards the hands. The bottom of your exhale, jump, step or float to the top of your mat. Inhaling to up dog, inhaling to halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sink back, chair pose again. Find the interlaced hands, maybe taking the opposite thumb on top. So drawing the knuckles down on that diagonal. Getting rooted, start to shift weight into that left foot. And then slowly see if you can start to maybe come up on the right toes. Maybe start to take weight out of that right foot completely by hovering the foot, bringing the heel to the glutes. Keep hugging inner thighs together here. And then can you start to open up into that warrior 3 as the belly hovers over the ground and the right leg extends back, foot flexed. Right hip points pointing down. We're not opening the hips. We're squared down to the ground. Next, exhale, bend into that left foot, step back with the right one, high lunge, arms reach high. Stay for one more full round of breath. Exhale, hands come down, move through your vinyasa. From your down dog, right leg lifts. Shift forward, knee to nose, step the foot between the hands. This time drop the back knee. Maybe you pad it with your mat or a light pillow. And then as you come to the flesh just above the left knee, bring the right hand to the right knee, and maybe the left knee can bend, and you can reach back for that left foot with the left hand. It's a deep stretch. If that's too much, you can just stay in that modified lunge, taking a few breaths. Maybe the right hand, if you've got the left foot, maybe the right hand reaches up. And the gaze goes up as you draw that left heel in towards the glutes. If you've got the foot, gently release that back down. Both arms sweep high. Inhale. As you exhale, hands to prayer. Let's take a twist. So left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Can you gently peel the belly off the thigh to come into that twist? Working to stack the shoulders, gaze goes out. And then inhale, arms reach back up. Exhale, hands come down, curl the back toes, lift the knee, step to high plank. Exhale to down dog. Left leg lifts. Shift forward, knee to nose, step the foot between the hands. Drop your right knee down. Adjust yourself so you're not directly on the right kneecap, but curl the right toes, just maybe lengthen that leg out longer, and then find the flesh just above the right knee. And then maybe you just stay in your runner's lunge, or maybe you can bend the right knee, Reach back for the inside edge of the right foot and draw the right heel in to really get that deep quad stretch. Left hand can be on the left knee, or maybe you reach it up and gaze up, breathe into sensations that are coming up in this pose. If you've got the foot, gently release it down. On your next inhale, both arms sweep high. As you exhale, hands to heart, twist it out, right elbow to the outside of the left knee. So as you press the palms together, use that to help spiral you open. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, hands come down, high plank. Press back or hold your high plank. Maybe take those 3 chaturanga push-ups either on your toes or on your knees. And then make your way to down dog. You can also skip that. We'll just do one more little flow before we take things down and just sit with our intention for class. So next breath, right leg lifts. Shift forward, knee to nose, step the foot between the hands. Blade your back foot, so get ready for warrior one. Footing front heel lines up with your back arch. As you inhale, windmill open. Warrior two. Shoulders stacked over hips. Sink in. So keep lifting the crown of the head up, finding the long spine while you sink into that right knee. Next exhale, keep the legs as they are, reverse back. Inhale, come back, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle, so root into that pinky edge of the left foot and then reach the left fingertips up and over to find that long line of energy on the left side. You can have forearm to thigh, fingertips in. Maybe you take a half bind, so turning the left palm and then draping that left forearm to your low back. Maybe the left fingertips are reaching for the right inner thigh. If you want a full bind, that's always an option as well. And then as you're ready, unbind, come back, warrior two. Windmill the hands down, move through your vinyasa. Left leg lifts. Shift forward, knee to nose, step the foot between the hands, blade your back foot. We're getting ready for warrior two. On that inhale, windmill up, sinking into the left knee. Really spread the fingers wide. Finding your alignment here. Next exhale, reverse back, keeping the legs as they are. Inhale back, warrior two. Exhale, reach the left fingertips forward, dropping into your extended side angle, forearm to thigh, or left fingertips the inside edge of the left foot, or on a block. Right bicep reaches up and over. And then maybe you take that half bind, bringing the right forearm to the low back, right fingertips reaching for the inner thigh, or maybe you can take that full bind. If you're in your full bind, we don't want the shoulders squaring down towards the ground. You want to work to open the shoulders up, keeping the heart exposed. And then next breath, unbind if you're in it. Come up, warrior two. Exhale, windmill down, move through your vinyasa. And then just drop down to your knees, taking a few breaths in child's pose. So alignment. Sometimes we don't even realize we're out of alignment because we're operating out of habits and comforts. It's those well-worn paths. And in yoga, Sometimes if you're helping somebody adjust these little micro adjustments in their body to find true alignment, it can feel really off. Like it can feel wrong because we're so used to how we hold our body in a certain posture that when it's kind of corrected so that you're keeping your body safe and strong, it feels wrong and we're tempted to keep dropping into the old way. So it kind of takes like a very conscious effort to remember those little cues to find true alignment. And we keep doing that until that becomes our norm and our baseline and just like the way we do it. And it's tempting to go back to being misaligned, but we pay attention to the cues and we have to like work at it at first. Start to press yourself up from your child's pose. We'll take lying pigeon, so lifting the right leg up, draw the right knee towards the right wrist, and then drop down, extending that left leg out long. Finding your alignment here, looking back, left toes are in line with the knee and in line with your left hip. It's a long straight line, then folding into it. And just seeing if you can be here without fidgeting, just holding the posture but breathing deeply. And so we think about alignment in our life and in the way we're showing up. It can take discipline. We have to go against what we once believed was real. And the more we step into the practice of alignment in our soul, the more we start creating these new neural pathways until that true, honest alignment to our values becomes our default. But again, those well-worn paths that we're so used to are the places within our own thoughts and choices that are just us operating out of habit and comfort. It's like we need these check-ins to see, like, is there anywhere that I'm out of alignment to what I value, to what I know to be true? And what little micro adjustments might I need to make to be in true alignment? To really focus on and work at until those become my comfort. You can start to press yourself out of your pigeon. Finding down dog, and then just transitioning to your other hip when you're ready. So just taking those first few breaths just to settle into the pose, find where you can be in it, and then just find the stillness in your body. So I'm feeling this in a certain area of my life right now. And so this whole piece of alignment has been coming up for me a lot. And I feel like I'm having to really fight right now to choose what I know I want, to know what is good and real. But for so long, I've operated out of a certain dysfunction. And so when I see something and I experience true alignment in this area, it's like so uncomfortable. I want to resist it. I want to keep dropping into the old way. But I can see it so clearly that it just keeps coming up, and I keep reminding myself that I want to live aligned in all ways. So I want to keep feeling the discomfort until it becomes comfortable. And so just allow Spirit to reveal if there's anything for you with alignment. Any place Spirit's longing to draw you back to center. Coming out of your pigeon when you're ready. If there's any final movements you want to take, we'll just make our way to our backs. However you want to get there. Just ask your body what it needs before we come to Shavasana. And just start to make your way there, letting your legs go out long. Lifting the chest to draw the shoulders together behind you. Then lowering back down, palms open at your sides, just that light curl in the fingers. Resting the space between your eyes and your jaw, allowing the tongue to fall off the roof of your mouth. So Spirit, if there's any place where we're choosing comfort and habit over alignment to our values, may you make that known in your kindness and gentleness. Help us to see, because often once we see, we can't unsee it. And we start to bring that attention and awareness to it. And so guide us on the path to life and alignment. So just be in the space you've created within your heart and mind for as ever long you have time for.